Can I start now?
Yes, you can start now.
You don't sound ready!
I'm ready! I just wanted a cookie.
Are you ready, kids? Oh god.
Hi, hi.
I can't hear you.
Hi, Captain! It's always really funny to watch, like, fucking SpongeBob when you're older. And you forget that Tom Kenny is literally, like, most of the characters in the show.
Oh my god. One more try! I'm gonna die immediately and give up immediately.
Back when I was a kid, I didn't realize that Patchy the Pirate was literally Tom Kenny.
Oh my god, like that was like I didn't like know that until like recently, and everyone was like, yeah, it was so obvious and shit. I'm like, I don't know actors like that, like fucking. Especially when I was younger, I did not give a shit about who the fuck was playing what character, like.
Dude, I'm just impressed by anyone's like voice acting. It's like crazy. That was like when I was listening to the voice actress for Jessica Rabbit, and like her voice sounds nothing like Jessica Rabbit's.
Oh my god, I think it's like the coolest thing out there ever when people do voices. It sounds nothing like their like original voice and stuff. Like,
I'm just like, wow, that's amazing. It's like, please share me the love. How did you do that?
oh yeah, it's like the voice training be insane.
Yeah, no, because like the woman who voices Jessica Rabbit, I forget what her name is. It's like I'll put it up on screen if I remember.
Nope.
But like, fucking.
Wasn't meant to be. And bye.
It's like I give up.
Oh my god, that was like the worst fucking distortion I've ever heard in my life.
Anger.
You like laughed and it fucking like shit went into the fucking Matrix, like.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie though, that might be Discord because I literally heard Discord freak out midway to me laughing, so I was like, oh, it's one of those days.
It's just a. God damn it, Discord.
But yeah, no, like the woman who does the voice for Jessica Rabbit, she has like a super high pitched sounding voice that's like more nasally, and I was like, there's no way that this is the same person.
I think it's kind of weird when like you got voice actors and shit, and like their voice just sounds exactly the same as like the character and stuff like that. So then I'm like it's just kind of weird and stuff, because then like any character that they voice, you're just gonna hear the one character.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's like people who are like, oh my god, like the voice actor for Zuko and shit like that, amazing voice and stuff. And I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I think Zuko's voice is like, you know. And then I heard like an interview with like the voice actor, his voice is just like that, and I was like, oh my god.
No, I think like voice actors and just actors in general who can like change their voice, I'm like mad respect.
Oh yeah, like that's way cooler in my opinion than like, oh my god, their voice just sounds like that.
Yeah. No, like I'm always amazed just like the ability how like, you know, how like women can sound like men and a bunch of other stuff. Like I just think it's so cool because I'm just like, I don't understand how you make your voice do that. I'd love to learn to do that because I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. It's like I love doing all like the little voices and stuff and like changing my voice as much as possible because it's just fun.
Yeah. No, that's literally like you and I whenever we're like doing the voice. Like if I was a professional voice actor doing a Let's Play, oh yes, I'd have all the fun in the world.
Oh my god.
I was listening the one time. To like I don't think it was professional voice actors. I think it was like people who just are known in the fandom or in like the voice acting community. Doing the I think it was the Sonic the Hedgehog April Fool's thing that Sega made. And they voice acted all the characters exactly how they would sound, and I was like, "This is amazing."
Oh yeah,
this is exactly
so
what
cool,
I want to
like,
do.
Listening just like average everyday people do like insane voices, like.
I was like, "Please show me your ways."
That's like the one like series I was watching on YouTube where like it was like these guys and shit who were like playing like Ace Attorney and shit, but it was like with a real lawyer. And then they made a joke being like, aha, Ace Attorney with like a real voice actor and shit like that. I don't think he's a real voice actor, but like, oh my god, like the voices he could do are like fucking amazing. Like, Like, it's just like it's so cool. He can just change his voice so much like that. Like, and like, you know, like he'll just like fit like every role like perfectly that like he's given.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I remember because I was like watching them like play Deltarune and stuff too, and I was like, oh my god, if he just like, he was going all out for like the fucking Spamton voice, like.
Yeah, no, I just think it's amazing.
That was an easy as fuck boss fight, by the way. Like,
Hey man, they have to make up for the K level.
hiya.
Also, I always love when video games have like useless things. Like the fact that you just beat the shit out of this guy and it means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, like, I'm sure, like, in the game or something, there's, like, some, like, hidden achievement or some shit where it's, like, hit the enemies, like, this many times and shit, but it's, like, it does not, like, go towards fucking anything, be real, like.
I feel like it's like a rage thing if you were having a hard time with certain bosses.
Yeah, so you can just beat the
Just
shit
like,
out of them.
yeah.
Just love useless shit like
Yeah.
that, like.
Like sometimes you need something quirky like that.
The dinosaurs are well and alive.
It's like little did you know, Donkey Kong is actually a scientist. Brought back the dinos even. That's like every single that's like every single time I think about scientists who are like, we gotta bring back the woolly mammoth, we gotta bring back dire wolves. I'm like, we are not in the ecosystem for them to exist.
Exactly, like, what are we accomplishing exactly by doing, like, these things? It's like, be for real.
I feel like a woolly mammoth, if we brought it back, would just die. I'd be like, man, the planet's hot as fuck and the gravity's different. Nope, I'm out of here. Deuces.
It's like maybe it'd be like different in shape or like bringing them back now and shit like that. Like maybe it'll just like adapt to like the fucking climate, but it's still like no.
Nah, 'cause like that's like the dire wolf that they were like, look, we brought back a dire wolf, and it's like, no, you didn't. That's literally a gray wolf. What are you talking about? It's just genetically modified. I thought the genetically modified crew wouldn't like that. It's like, look, we have cute wolfos, and I'm just like, they're fake. They're just gray wolves that are white.
It's like, wow, you
literally
just
all they are.
changed their fur color. Congratulations.
Like fucking like white wolves already exist, but you're like, oh look, it has dire wolf DNA. Like, cause like I think they made like 3 wolf puppies, like dire wolf puppy hybrids, and they're trying to like tote them around as being actual dire wolves. And I'm like, I ain't no scientist, but I know for a fact that that is not how dire wolves work. I'm like, at best, we'll be surprised if those things can even make babies.
God damn it.
I feel like they're trying to do that thing that like people do when oh, into the tar pit. I feel like they're trying to do that thing where it's like how people are like, yeah, I want to have a, the fuck is it, a wolf dog, and then they just keep fucking adding wolf to the dog, so it goes from 50% to 60% to 70%. But it's just like, I feel like that's what they're trying to do with the dire wolves, if they did want to have like a dire wolf actually show up. But it's like, it will never be 100% a dire wolf. It will always be a gray wolf.
Yeah.
You gotta get the O. Oh my god.
I need Diddy. Let's not die this time. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! Hiya! I probably need save that for something. Gotta do it. No, balloon! Oh, it's tragic. Ooh, a checkpoint. Nope, that was fucking. God damn it.
Amazing.
Oh,
10
look.
out of 10.
My friends online.
Oh, I see. I see you trying to beat my YouTube all-time high.
She's so fucking pressed.
My 10,000 hours of YouTube.
Yeah. She only had like 6,000 and she's like, nah, I can make it there. Like,
I was like, that's gonna take several years there, buddy. And most of that was from me fucking sleeping. Cause you watch like one too many like stupid YouTube channels and before you know it. The fuck? Yeah, you fucking watch one too many YouTube channels and then you'll be like, oh, this is nice and fun and quirky, and then before you know it, you fell asleep for too long.
damn it, I can't get over there.
Why is it? Why is it because you don't have Diddy?
I'm sure you could probably make the jump without him, but yeah.
See, you just have no confidence for no reason. There you go.
Whee! No.
I love watching DK like just be like, oh my.
No! God damn it. Ah!
Rip.
Ripperoni.
Macaroni.
Get your ass. Fuck you. God, oh my gosh. Why did you roll? Crying, screaming, throwing up. Hiya. Hiya. Oh, nerdy. He dusted himself off too, like.
He's like, oh, okay. I guess it's fine then.
I panicked. I didn't know what to do. Leave me the fuck alone.
He's like, smells like skill issue.
Crying. Now, sweet, I got a life back of my forever depleting lives. Yeah, just dust yourself off there, DK.
Hey, dude, I'm still. You know what? Like going back to the discussion of voice acting, I'm like, you know what's still something that I'm still kind of like reeling back over?
What?
That fucking guy from Ghost. And I was just like, isn't this Oz from fucking High Potential?
Oh yeah.
And we're like, which accent's the fake accent? The American accent was the fake accent.
It's like, but he does it so well in High Potential, like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
I'm
like
like,
he's
what the
actually
fuck?
Australian. I'm like, oh my god.
And I was like, nah. I'm like, the Ozzy one has to be real because he's so good at it. If that loops. Yeah, it does.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah, no, I can't believe I had to go look up a TikTok or like a whatever the fuck it was, a video of him talking for me to be like, oh my god.
I was so shocked. I was just like, no, the Australian one has to be fake, but like, who's the real one?
Nah, he just does it too good for it to be fake.
Oh my gosh. My brain is melting. Oh my god.
You landed right on him.
Bro, just
He's like,
fucking
"Fuck."
shattered. Kong. Kong. Kong.
Donkey Konga.
You motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, left the G behind.
I know. I thought I heard like Diddy in like the distance, so I was like, maybe I'll just get him first, but I didn't see him, so I was just like, ugh. I'm gonna shoot myself.
I'm my mom. So like, the one thing I didn't understand about the design of that, like that level that you just went through, I'm just like, wait. If it's supposed to be like you're going down the mouth.
Oh. He just killed
Oh,
himself.
okay. You know, just be like that sometimes. Nope, lost my train of thought. Gone, never to be found again.
The mouth.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm like the inside is like the spine instead of the ribs. That's why I was like, oh, when you went down it.
You annoying ass fuckers.
I mean, now you have full control.
Donkey Kong like, ah yes, the barrel, me like the puzzle piece. Yeah!
You clipped through it, but good.
A balloon for my...
You know, for a guy with tiny legs, he sure has a lot of jump power.
Alright, like... And I still missed half of them, woo!
You know, when it comes to like animal animations, I feel like DK is pretty like on point with how gorillas move.
Prehistoric cave. Yeah, like...
It's not like fucking, the heck is it? I think it was like Twilight Princess with Epona, and Epona moves like a fucking dog.
It's like, now watch her jump this fence. It's like the most like dog, like fucking...
Yeah, it's just like, horses don't move like that, what the hell? It's so funny because I was telling someone, I'm like, the worst thing about being like an artist who does like animal drawings is that the second you see someone draw an animal and they draw it incorrectly and everyone's like, it looks amazing, and you're over here being like, the anatomy's off, they don't move that way, it's like, that's not how they would behave.
The funniest thing is
You sound like an
seeing
insane
people
person.
in like the furry community like
Oh my god.
gas each other up, being like, oh my god, yeah, like your animal thing looks amazing and shit. And it's like, that is not how they look like.
It's like that's like I think it's like wolves, like people who have like wolf characters in the furry community. The ongoing thing is that they usually complain about how furry wolves are like, yeah, I want my wolf character to have a wagging tail, but we all know that wolves don't move their tails like that.
Yeah, so it's like you want a wolfy looking dog, like.
That's pretty much just it. I'm just like, it's one thing to be like, oh, you want a wolf husky mix or something like that. Or,
Exactly,
like,
just say it's a
something that's,
husky
like, a
or
little-
something, like.
Yeah, it's just say it's a husky with wolf patterns. Like, no one will think about it twice.
Exactly, but it's like they want to
then I'll
specifically
fucking-
be a wolf, like, because they like they feel
Yeah.
all cool and badass about it or something.
And my other favorite thing is like from the furry community is like the inability to tell the difference between different kinds of animals. It's like literally one of my favorite interactions when you see like an animal that's clearly a fox and people will be like, that's a coyote, and it's like, that is not a coyote.
It's like, why are you in this community if you can't even like?
Like, you don't even know the difference.
Oh my god!
I've had a number.
I pressed jump!
DK's like, nah.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god. Now, like for me, it's like I have a wolf persona, and like fucking people will be like, "Oh, it's a fox, it's a coyote." I'm like, "There's no way that you saw the tiny ears on this animal and immediately thought, ah, I know exactly what animal this is." And it's just like you try to not sound like an insane nut job to other furries because you're just like, why do you know nothing about animals?
Yeah, but it's like, you know, you can't
Something
say
about the
that
entire planet going down bothers me. Oh.
Ah, yeah, it's gonna be a long level.
You could do it. No, but it's the same thing with like people complain about like lizards in the furry community, because they're like, why do you guys give them mammaries? And I fucking lose my shit laughing. I'm like, something about the idea of lizards having boobs is just so funny to me.
Oh my gosh.
It's also funny because like I always think about like the thing that people talk about with like game design, where people are like, I hate when like developers make a game and they like make the is it, like, the female? I'm they're like, oh, they made the female version of like whatever animal, and like the female version of whatever animal is like
Has boobs and eyelashes, like.
or they're super sexy for some strange reason.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because like actual female animals are like really boring.
Yeah, it's like
Looking.
the male version of the animal is actually the sexy one, like.
Like the male version is like super flamboyant, and so that's like peacocks. Like everyone thinks that the super beautiful, colorful bird is supposed to be the female when it's actually the male.
Oh yeah.
Like the female is just brown.
It's like most birds and shit of like females and shit, they're just gray, like.
Yeah, no, completely.
It's like it's the male ones with all
That
the
was the-
fancy colors and everything because they're trying to impress the women.
Yeah, because it's like, look at me, because like it's a whole like you gotta get them. I'm trying to think of like what other animal that I think robins are the same way, too. Like I think the female version is supposed to be like brown, but then like the male version is like super vibrantly red. Now that I think about it, I think there's only like a handful of species where they look exactly the same, like pigeons.
Yeah.
Pigeons will look exactly the same. The only difference is the male is like bulkier.
Thicker. They got the
Yeah, he
curve.
just thick. He got curves for days.
I'm gonna lose my mind. Oh my gosh.
Well, I know. I always lose my shit laughing whenever I see a male pigeon. And like they literally look like they literally look like just like the really chubby pigeons from like Animaniacs. That are supposed to be like a reference to like Goodfellas or something like that, like the mafia look. Cause it's like yeah, pigeons are really just like that. They're just really like fat when they're males.
Nothing was funny.
I mean, I'm not a
like,
pigeon female.
And like me taking like Corvus to like New York for the first time in her life, she was just like, oh my gosh, the pigeons are so aggressive here. As like one was like literally trying to fucking square me up, and I was just like, yeah, they bold here, like, no.
Well,
I was like, God forbid, like this like poor girl ever sees New Jersey seagulls.
oh my god, don't even get me started. I have no idea how you're supposed to get that. I'm assuming you're supposed to like jump right on the
I know
other
how
guy,
I'm
but I
supposed to
don't
get
know.
it, but like, it's not working.
Nope.
I press the button and nothing happens.
Dude, like seagulls are literally a menace. I don't care what anyone says about pigeons. Seagulls are menaces to society.
It was a
Like-
surreal experience to like be in like fucking like Cali and shit. I'm like, oh no, the seagulls. And it's like the seagulls do not give a fuck about you there. In New Jersey though.
They just pick through the trash
Yeah.
normally.
In New Jersey though.
Fucking
the
no,
seagulls are like,
in New Jersey they mug you.
they looking for their taxes there, like fucking.
It's like you gotta pay the seagull tax.
Exactly, like fucking. They will attack you. Ah!
Oh yeah, they'll do it and not even think about it twice. Like I had a friend who was like from PA who would visit Jersey every once in a while to go to the beach, and they were talking about the day that they got mugged by a seagull, because when you go on the boardwalk over there, they have a sign that says that they are not held responsible for what happens once you leave their shop, and like their mom had gone out with like a plate of pizza, and she's like holding it to go back to the beach, and like literally these seagulls tag team, and one hit her at the back of the head because they realized that if they hit a very specific part of the neck, it'll cause you to fling your hand up, and that's what happened. She flung her hand up, and immediately another seagull swooped in and stole the pizza.
Yeah, it's like the fucking seagulls there, like they smart motherfuckers, like.
Oh yeah, no, completely. With pigeons, it's like you know, the ones in New York, they're tough because they know that like anything could happen because some people are just mean to them.
Yeah.
But most pigeons are pretty sweet. Like they're pretty chill once you like get them to trust you.
Why would they put a puzzle piece or fucking letter there?
Because you should have mad ups, man. Well, I mean, you almost got there.
Cause not only did I look at this stupid fucking letter, it's that I like, oh my gosh. But I then have to survive the rest of the fucking level afterwards. You
I like how the puzzle
play.
pieces are permanent, but not the letters. The letters are like ever fucking.
Yeah, it's like once you collect the puzzle piece, it's like, God, I'm pressing the button and it's not happening!
Maybe you should try a different controller.
I don't have any other controllers.
I mean, you could try the Joy-Cons.
It's not the fucking controller, that's the problem. It's like, it's the fucking, like, ever so slight bit of delay. That it's like... Cause, like, I need to, like, time it perfectly and shit, but that's fucking impossible when it's, like, the, like, half a fucking second delay on the capture card. Cause it's like, I can time it perfectly if I'm, like, playing handheld or something. Cause I'm, like, good at the timing then in, like, real time and shit like that, but if there's ever fucking, like, slightest bit of delay, that shit drives me insane, like...
Oh.
And then I do get it, and then he fucking runs into the motherfucker, like, and then dies! Like, I'm getting it, and then he just fucking dies immediately afterwards!
Well, that was just on you, buddy.
I'm pressing the, like, the A button, and, like, he just doesn't, like, jump. Like, in time.
I understand why your capture card has it delayed, because mine isn't that delayed.
It's like a barely noticeable delay with, like, most games and stuff like that. Not this one, though.
Well, I mean, platforms are kind of like their own series of hell, because it's just like...
If I was playing this handheld, I would have finished the game already. Oh my gosh. Ugh. It's like I can literally see the delay too, where it's like I'll like push the like joystick down, and then by the time I let go and it like comes back up, then he goes down. Oh my god! I pressed the button. I'm pressing the stupid button!
Suddenly the K level doesn't seem so bad now.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I almost did not
Eggshell?
see the enemy in time. What the fuck?
I think you were supposed to do the mad ups there, buddy.
I'm gonna kill myself. Oh my god. The whole level again! My god. Ooh, jump!
Oh.
Yeah, damn it!
I genuinely don't understand. I like how instead of giving you an even 5, they give you 4.
Cause this is your one life. Ah, I can't even go to the fucking shop! Fuck you, Grandpa. just take all my money.
Ends up with 999 balloons.
I've already killed like 300 lives at this point, like.
Can you have more than that, or no?
More than
Is that all?
999? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, okay.
Could, like, just waste the money for the fences, like.
Just for the funsies. You're a greedy
Yeah,
monkey.
he'll
Wait,
let
what
me
does the
buy
green
anyway.
balloon do?
Whoops.
He just kicked you out like, how dare you think that you can live forever?
Fall around for not all the time. Carmine Carter.
Like how it says, it specifies not all the time.
Back to this miserable ass fucking level. Because wow, minecart. And I rolled. Bullshit. Slowly walk into the bonus level Donkey Kong. So I could die again. Balloon, that means nothing to me.
Yeah,
I already
honestly.
have max life. Oh my gosh.
There's something really hilarious about like the 2 zeros and the dot being like they're also surprised. They're like, oh, you didn't do it. Still can't get over the whole island dropping because of fucking Donkey Kong's dump truck ass.
Damn, Donkey Kong, your ass is so fucking heavy, like.
It's like, boy, that shit thick.
If he didn't make the barrel, I was just gonna, like, actually rage quit.
It's like, I'm just gonna jump. Can't do it anymore.
Gonna go over by the river and just jump, like, straight up.
Oh my god. What? I don't even know what happened.
He jumped on
happened
the
so
enemy and
fast.
that gave him a little more height, which didn't, like, cause him to land in time, and then he fell into the spikes.
That's what I was assuming that happened, but it happened so quickly, I was like, huh? When enemies are a little too close. I know these are supposed to be like giant dino eggs everywhere, but why are they like in pristine condition?
Right, they should be, like, a little, like, you know, filthy and shit, like.
That
came out of someone's
you know,
ass,
just a little like, apparently, yeah, freshly laid by bone people.
Yeah, probably. I want to kill myself. I wanna kill myself.
I haven't heard that shit in forever.
I wanna kill myself. Here I go. Here we go again, the 5-hour-long endeavor.
Now with practically infinite lives. Bro, if you lose all 90 lives here, I'm gonna be like, you gotta stop.
If I lose all 90 lives here and I still don't even fucking, like, complete the level, I'm, like, actually just gonna, like... That'll be enough, like... Which I probably will, but, you know, like, oh god.
It's like unfinished Let's Play of DKing.
It's like, why I can't
From
get all
the
the
rage.
fucking letters.
It's like I can't get all the letters, I already gave up on the levels being too hard. It's like, no, it's just gonna be a bonus video of all the K levels.
That's what I was thinking, but I was just like... I have to buy the whole fucking adapter and shit just to play on my Switch handheld, like...
Is there an adapter for it?
Yes, I looked it up because I was, like, genuinely dreading playing Donkey Kong.
That's fair.
Rip puzzle piece. Hooray!
You did it. Da-da-dun, da-da-da-da.
If I missed even a single fucking
Calm.
letter, I was gonna like actually just like plot a gun and shoot myself.
Just imagine you just missed one letter somehow, even though you could have sworn you touched it. That was like last time when you rage quit because of the weird half a centimeter of Donkey Kong's toes gliding across the letter.
Oh my god, his toe will like fucking like, not even that, like his toe will like touch an enemy and I'll fucking die. And I'm like, oh my god, like, why is your hitbox like
So if
this?
it's getting a letter, then it's just like, nah, bye.
Nah, because then his toes can't pick up a fucking letter and shit, but the enemy touches him in the wrong way, like, dead. It's not even like you bodied the fucking enemy, like...
No, you know what's one thing that never gets explained in the Donkey Kong lore?
Why?
How did Diddy get in those barrels?
I think it does get explained. I think I, like, watched, like, some nerd-ass YouTubers, like, explain the lore and, like, how it does indeed get explained. They explained it, but I forgot immediately because I didn't care.
It's like in-depth lore.
Nice! Now what? God damn it.
I think you should have just jumped on the one guy.
I know, but I already went past him and I was like, well, no going back now! And I just died.
Endless struggling. Oh, you did it.
My
Way.
life. My life is endless struggling. My gosh. He never jumps when I want him to jump!
You got this.
I'm gonna fucking fail now because he said that. How does head weigh so much? Crying. Gotta kill myself. It hurts to be bad at games. God damn it. My useless health that matters nothing to me because I will die in one hit anyway. Do not fall. I will fucking castrate you. Hooray, checkpoint's my favorite. How to letter over there? How does it letter? God damn it. I fucked it up! Damn it! You're joking. Longest I've gone this entire game without dying. Oh my god, I'm in a checkpoint. The best feeling. Anger. Nope, that coin is not worth it. Motherfucker. Yeah, that's right, kill yourself. Please be the goddamn end of the level. You bastard! Donkey Kong's ass just slightly grazed his face. Oh, that was another secret, I guess. The fact that it's purposely out of fucking reach. Reach, Donkey Kong!
I mean, he almost reached.
Yeah, I watched his arms go up. Yeah. Wow, a whole one puzzle piece.
It's like we can almost build the puzzle. Cranky.
Give me your key, old man. Boulder roller. There are any more minecart levels? I'm just
God, you should never play the OG Donkey Kong then.
This game is
OG Donkey Kong
significantly
is-
easier without the delay.
The OG Donkey Kong is like way worse. There's like endless minecart levels. From what I remember anyway, I haven't played it in the longest time. That looks like a nice big spiky trap there.
Nah, he's friendly. I was like, do I fall in my doom? Like,
I was like, man, this is like a multi-step process happening right now.
oh. I'm gonna cry.
You killed them.
Useless. No, again. Why is health never something in the bonus levels? Why is it just bananas and balloons? Like, why can't it be like some health or some shit? Like,
I think it would be too easy then.
exactly. Why is this game so hard?
It wouldn't be a challenge if it wasn't a platformer.
What's the point
Kinda
of having a
reflecting the whole
health bar
thing.
if you're not gonna provide me any health ever?
I mean, there is health. You just have to be willing to smack and blow every single freaking plant in existence.
Yeah, but that usually results in more bananas, not health. Oh, you motherfucker.
He just wanted Diddy specifically. That's why he took a chomping.
See, banana.
Look, just kill Diddy while you're at it. Just launch him right into the thing.
No!
I don't even know what the fuck happened there, buddy.
Oh my gosh. I like wait, and I'm like, oh, I guess there's nothing coming, and then it comes. I'll start crying real actual tears.
Like, ah, yes, tears. At least it doesn't make you do the whole thing in the beginning.
I like jumping up there and shit, blowing on the, puffing and puffing on the.
It's really funny. I was like listening to you be like, oh, like I haven't died once in this other level, and I'm like, it's so funny that I walked away to go deal with the evening.
I feel pressured when
And you're
people
doing
watch me.
perfectly Apparently, I didn't even tell you I left.
Yeah, I know. I can just sense it. Like,
It's like you're no longer watching.
no, yeah, when I was younger, it'd be like, you're not watching and shit, 'cause I would just do the coolest shit ever when you weren't watching, like. Then when you
used
were
to get
watching,
so
I would just start
upset
like horrendously dying. You're just like,
It's because you have performance anxiety. I'm a strong believer that performance anxiety is like a big thing in our family.
Oh yeah. It's like, do not believe in me, I will do worse. Like,
Cause like it was the same thing when I was like doing the Jebel fight, and then I was like, oh, I'm doing pretty good, and then I realized like, wait a minute, she's not watching, is she?
because Discord was like, fuck you, like, which is like,
Kinda
you know,
reminds me of, like, the
terrible
one
for
person-
being a content creator. The whole point is like people are watching you.
Well, no, as long as you're not streaming, then it's fine.
No, but I want to stream though.
Oh, then you better get good scrub.
Checkpoint. Grr.
It's like I need your long neck. Get up.
Oof.
Like, you know,
Oh.
I too, whenever I look at you killed him.
I didn't kill him. He ran into that.
Like, I didn't do shit.
I just stepped on him, and then his head went flying, and then he died.
Okay.
No! I realized it a second too late.
I was like, well, can't all be winners.
Alright, you know what, Donkey Kong, you can just go and fuck yourself.
You know what, Donkey Kong? You can Kong the donkeys.
Rah-rah. There! Oh. Music's jamming out a little too hard for my performance right now.
Believes in you so hard, man. Like,
Oh no.
you're also not taking advantage of the stun when it comes to these enemies.
I forget it exists half the time. Hiya. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Nah, back when I was like playing Donkey Kong, like especially, it's so funny like looking at how I play now versus how I used to play when I was a kid. Like I would have such low patience.
Now you have like the most patience. I remember you were a very angry gamer.
I still am to some extent when it comes to certain things, but like now when I used to play Donkey Kong when I was younger, I was actually very careful. Like I would literally be stunning every single enemy.
I just blast through games. It's like I have to spend any longer than I normally do in a game. I just like I actually start tweaking out. Like
I don't mind enjoying a game, but I do have an issue when a game does like a lot of panning.
blow on the fucking flower, Donkey Kong. Oh my god, it was just the coin.
I find it funny how, like, if you don't get it fast enough, it just gets the fuck out of dodge. It's like GG gamer.
How? How was I supposed to get there in time? Oh my gosh. I have no patience!
I mean, clearly.
Fuck you.
Okay. Like, off to the ether with you, bitch. You Konged your last donkey.
And there we go.
I feel like there should be like some point where it stops.
That one. Don't be scared.
The expectation is for you to walk in between them.
Donkey Kong, if you missed that shit, I swear to God. Ah, there's more!
No, boy.
Oh, there goes his eyeball.
Oh my god.
You know what? I just don't care what's over there, actually. Oh no. God.
Oh, the ball slowly coming down.
I know, I was like, ah!
When they have to kick you at the finish line just to make sure.
I don't know, I believe I got all the puzzle pieces in that level, oh my god. 4, 5. Precarious plateau. How many worlds are in fucking Donkey Kong? Like 8. 9. Most games is just 5.
No, not really. I think most modern games are only 5 because it used to be just 8. 8 was the standard.
Are you telling me there's 8 worlds in this one? Oh my god.
Yeah.
I sure.
Yeah, no,
hope so.
I think it was The Walking Dead that made 5 the normal because it came out in 5 chapters.
Oh yeah, with like Telltale games.
Yeah, when the Telltale games came out, I think it was Walking Dead was like the biggest one. So then everyone started doing everything in 5s.
They're like, oh, people are satisfied with 5. It's like, no. Yeah.
Not really, because sometimes the story was just not enough in those 5 chapters.
Exactly, like.
It's kind of hard to build a world in like such a limited amount of like fucking resources.
Yeah.
It also just kind of made things just happen.
Yeah, it's like so that it was like
underwhelming.
faster to like fit like the 5 like world limit and shit.
You need the rhino.
I know I missed him at the beginning because I killed the enemy and didn't make it up all the way.
Oh. Well. But no. Ooh. Oh. No, but like I don't know. That's kind of its own thing, where it's just like yeah, everyone always talks about. That's actually partially why I think like the whole price scaling for video games is some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
Because like
some games just
companies
have
will
like
think
more
that-
story to tell than others and shit, but then like you know you got Mario Kart at like $80 fucking, and it's like it's Mario Kart, be for real.
Yeah.
Like I know
It's like,
I know you
I feel
can
like-
get it for $50, which is like you know what it deserves to be, but it's just like.
I genuinely think most of like
You
Nintendo's
motherfucker.
weird.
Ah, the checkpoint was there!
Checkpoint was right there.
Ah!
Most games that I've played, I've never once felt like I was cheated out of money until recently.
Oh yeah.
Like recently I really start to feel like I get cheated out of money.
Where it's like really like you priced it at like fucking this much money and shit, and it's like that's all that was like in the game. Or it's like every like
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm gonna. Or it's like the base Nintendo price is like $60, but some of these games are like not worth $60 because it'll only be like fucking like 10 hours long.
Yeah, that was like the whole thing with Toad Treasure Tracker.
Oh yeah, where that
When
shit
it
was
came
$60, and it's like that game is not fucking worth $60. It's like
Yeah,
30
like
at
I'm just
most.
like, yeah, no, like there are some games that I have like the mindset of this is not worth the money that you think it is, and like that was the one game when I started to feel like the whole suspiciousness of like games being priced a certain way. Like for me, like you know, I shit talk PlayStation so much because most of their games are just movies.
Oh, yeah.
But I genuinely believe most of those games should not be like $50+ if all I'm doing is walking through most of them.
The worst part is that most of them are like fucking. God damn it! Most of them are like fucking like $60 to $70 too and stuff like. And it's
Yeah, no,
like,
because I was like talking to my roommate who was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get what the fuck is it? GTA 6. And I told him, I'm like, I think GTA 6 is gonna be like $100. And he's like, you know what? Fair, honestly, because they put so much shit in that game.
I guess, yeah.
Cause, yeah, so like that's what I mean. If you have like a world building game that's actually entertaining, not like haha the gimmick of world building.
Yeah, like one
then
that's
sure.
like where it's like, you know, you will spend hours and upon hours and hours playing it and shit. That's why most people want GTA 6.
You know, and find like, yeah, and find like all these little silly little things and shit.
No, that's
Like for
yeah.
example, I think it was like Spider-Man. I think it was like, I forget which one. I forget if the Miles Morales one or if it was the other one.
He just doesn't move fast enough. What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Maybe have Diddy. Unfortunately, you don't have Diddy.
I like fucked it up the first time, and I was just like, oh my god, it's gonna be impossible now. Like,
But but no, he like pretty much like the main issue I have with a lot of video games that want to like, you know, charge a lot is like, you know, if you don't have a lot of like silly little details and stuff that make it worth it, then why bother, you know?
yeah.
But yeah, like one of the things that was going on about with like Spider-Man, they had like this one really fucking hilarious gag that was making everyone like check it out, and like the hilarious gag was supposed to be like, the fact that fucking there's like a woman who's like a babysitter or something. It was like it was going around for a bit because it was so hilarious, but it's supposed to be like she's a babysitter. And like she's like, oh, like you need to do X and Y Z with the baby and stuff, and then it's just like at one point she makes like a weird comment about like cooking the baby and shit. You're just like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
And it's just like those stupid hilarious NPC details.
Nah, yeah, where
Or,
it's
like,
like,
the
it's
things
like,
that
it's
you
like
wanna-
most of the
that
time
you
you
would
won't
love.
notice it and shit, but it's like, you know, if you do notice it, then it's like, oh my god, like.
Yeah, it's like extra like fucking silly fucking details. But the funniest thing about that NPC behavior though, that like, you know, with this like this woman and shit, is that it's a random encounter. You can't even consistently reproduce it. So it's just like, of course.
Of course, then everyone wants to play the game
of
and shit
course.
to like try to get it. Like,
Yeah.
you're insane if you think we're supposed
You're
to keep him for that long.
I don't know, man. It just sounds like you have skill issues. Imagine if all the letters were hidden behind the rhino stuff.
Actually, just unfair game, then, like, fucking 100%, like.
You done Donkey the Kongs.
Hooray.
But yeah, like, but like, yeah, that was what I meant about like, it's better to have like random things that make no sense happen in games because it's just like, then at that point I could justify the price point of it being like way more expensive because clearly you put a lot of love and care into it. Not to say that the other games didn't put a lot of love and care to it, but like,
It's like a lot of
it's
games lately have just been feeling like corporate, like, just slop.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, y'all will
people
buy
think-
fucking anything, huh? And it's like, they produce as such, like...
Like the whole thing is just that when you get like a game, and this is the thing that sucks about corporatism. It's like you don't get to dictate if I think the game is replayable. I get to dictate that.
Exactly, so it's like, it was like fucking, like, Splatoon 3, like, DLC side order. Where everyone was
Yeah.
super excited for it because it looked like it was gonna have like a dark story and a lot of dark themes and stuff like that. Not like a dark, but like more serious and shit. And like, you know, it looked like where it's like, oh, like it takes place in the mind and stuff like that, and like, you know, like all like the like give you like more like in-depth like lore and like how like Agent 8 feels and stuff like that. You know, after like losing like their memories and shit. And instead you get fucking, oh look, it's a roguelike where you're just supposed to like their whole goal was like supposed to be like, oh, so you could like replay it and stuff like that. Like the whole thing was like the replayability and shit. The thing is that you can still 100% it in like not that like long, so it's like it's not actually really that replayable.
Yeah.
So it's like most people just 100%ed it and like they're like first couple times playing it and then like that was it. Like
Yeah.
so it's like they really hyped up this like game and everything, like the DLC and everything, being like, oh, it's gonna look like this and shit like that, like all like the super cool art that came out for it, and just for it to like get like fucking basically all stripped away because they wanted like the roguelike instead. So it's like, oh look, you could replay it and shit, but it's like it wasn't actually like that replayable, like.
Yeah.
And it's like what you were talking about,
No.
where it's like, you could like say it's replayable, like, oh, it's like, look how replayable it is, all you fucking want and shit like that, but it's like, it's not, it's like up to the player and shit if they feel like it is that way, like.
Yeah, and like that's kind of where things like playtesting comes into play and stuff. But like even then, you can't control the individual experiences of other people by being like, oh look, it's replayable, because like you can replay the game with like 100% stuff, and you can like, you know, with all the items you had from the first playthrough. Like if I already played through it once, I'm not really gonna go back and play through it again.
Exactly, like that, like, and a lot of people did just like drop it after like they made it to like the boss the one time. So it's just like, it's like, yeah, it was like fun in the moment and shit like that, but it's like it wasn't actually like everyone agrees that Octo Expansion was a million times better. Because it actually had like a story and shit going on.
Yeah. But that's mostly what I get at. I'm just like, there's a lot of games that I replay, but not because of the replay value it has, but more so because I think it's replayable.
Yeah, because you just want to enjoy it again, not because like
Yeah.
these fucking like corporate motherfuckers over here being like, so you could keep playing it over and over again, keep playing it and stuff, because like they want you to feel like that they like fucking upcharged you for like a good reason or something.
That's kind of the thing that sucks about games. It's just like a lot of people care too much about like replay value. It's like, just let people have the experience. Like
Exactly,
if they like it,
like-
they like it. They don't, they don't.
Like people will replay the game if they liked it that much and stuff. Like look at all the people who fucking replay Deltarune.
Or Undertale.
Exactly. Like, don't get me wrong, I
Undertale has,
get
like-
that they have like their like Undertale specifically like has like this different paths
Has,
and
like,
shit
their-
like that.
Yeah.
But it's like people have replayed it far more than like the fucking like 3 times it'll take you to like complete all that.
Yeah. But no, it's just like that's just kind of how most games are. It's just like people will replay games for like whatever reason. Like you just have no control. Oh god, the devil's number 666. But like nah, it's just
It's like you actively trying to make a game that's like replayable and stuff. It's just like
you're diminishing the quality of your game overall.
exactly, and like that's exactly what happened with Side Order because it looked like it was supposed to be so much more. Okay, Donkey Kong. It looked like it was supposed to be so
Yeah,
much
but-
more just for it to like be like, oh, it's like you like complete it and that's it. Like, it's like people were talking about Octo Expansion for like fucking months like afterwards and shit. Because of the whole like fact that like it was really hard, but like, you know, it was like really fun and shit like that. Like people talking about like the lore implications and stuff, like the story. You know, people wanted to replay the levels and shit just to like see like all like the little details that were like hidden everywhere.
Yeah.
But it's like Side Order is just like pretty much the first time you play through it, you've already seen everything that it has to offer. So then it was just like, oh, well, alright, like, and then a lot of people just dropped it after that. Like, Splatoon 3 in general just looks like it was like supposed to be so much more, and then they just like diminished it down like so fucking much, like, cause like they wanted it to be like the most like fucking, come on, jump! They wanted like Splatoon 3 to be like the fucking game where it's like, oh yeah, it's like so fair and shit for like esports. So they just only gave a shit about like their esports like fans.
Yeah.
So then to like all the other
Like,
players, it was just like, oh well, this isn't like as fun as like the other games.
Well, yeah, cause like the whole thing that it comes to like game creation, and like, you know, I'm talking as someone who's like a beginner in this stuff. Like you have to understand that like if your game is great, people will like spread the word of mouth for it more.
Yeah.
Than whatever freaking goal that you're trying to reach with doing that stuff.
Yeah.
The Angie. Nom 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 nom. I mean, that caused some shenanigans. That should have disappeared as soon as he hit it.
Yeah, nice try. I ain't got that fucking puzzle piece.
Like, what about this one? Yeah, you don't conged. Now the other puzzle piece is also debate down there. The heck? I don't think it's worth it, man. I'm being for real with you. Maybe on a second playthrough, but
I was like, I'm pretty sure that there was like a thing down there, like a barrel down there, but I was just like, I don't know. So then I was just like, hey. I made it to the end of the god.
You thought? It's funny, when I saw it, I was like, what? What's the catch? Immediately sees the catch. I see.
Stuck in this hell. The Quabs? What are you doing here, Quabs? Yeah,
he's like, it's a living. They're just penny pinching the way Mr. Krabs showed them.
Money.
It just looks. They just look like accurate versions of Mr. Krabs.
Lower accurate, Mr. Krabs. Biblically accurate.
It's like I
Mr.
never.
Krabs. God damn it.
You got a little too excited there.
I thought there was a platform there. My brain. Motherfucker.
There you go.
I knew it too. I was just like, no, I shouldn't jump. And then I jumped anyway, like.
I was like, I done fucked up. Huh? What?
Yeah, alright, well.
Why can't you go down there? Oh, you're supposed to go the other way. I still don't understand.
Nah, let me back up this way.
I come back this way. It's apparently it's a one-way.
Oh my god. It's like
My god. You gotta take it slow and steady there, buddy. Hey, at least you got the K.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
Is that guy? Yeah, it's invisible.
Like my soul.
Like my patience. Alright, well I rolled, but here we are at Donkey Kong. Or on your fucking schedule, I guess.
Of course, always. That's literally Donkey Kong's way.
No! Why did you keep moving?
God. You know what game should have?
But
I don't know if enough games have done it, but they should have the ability to delay the gameplay.
you mean the streamer mode?
Is that what streamer mode is?
No, I just mean like it's like you
I mean,
motherfucker.
yeah, pretty much. Just fucking done messed with you. Yeah, like they should just have it like if you're like, oh, I have a delay
You could just delay
of however many.
the gameplay.
Yeah.
slightly. So that
Yeah,
it's
delay
like,
it slightly.
so that it's like in time with the capture card, basically.
Yeah.
That'd probably be like a pain in the fucking ass to program though, like.
No, I feel like you would just have to. I feel like you would just put like a. I'd have to ask the programmer, but like I'm pretty sure all you would have to do would just be like an immediate all code delay.
Like I feel like it'd be weird because you would have to adjust it to, like you would have to give like the player of the game like the ability to adjust it to like however much the delay is.
Well, that's what I mean. It's like I feel like you would have it more of a preset because I think most of the delays are pretty like anywhere between a tenth of a second to a quarter of a second and stuff. Like you just have to do it all by fives because I don't think they're ever less than 5. Because like yeah, if you're just because like I feel like all you would have to do is either slow the game down or slow the button delay down.
Yeah, like when when the button is pressed and then however long afterwards it would happen.
Yeah.
And I don't know if
like
that
I feel
would
like
be,
you could just.
weird with like how like the gameplay is like going on and shit.
No, because like sometimes people just have like delayed reactions too.
Yeah,
Like, it's not
too.
always like. That's why I'm just like I feel like it would be a pretty good idea if you execute it correctly.
Yeah, it'd be like a don't want to say like disability accessible and shit like that because like some people are just slow.
It's just an accessibility.
It's so dark. Yeah.
No, I feel like it shouldn't be that hard to program. Cause like it's kind of like that concept with like slowing down the mouse movements. for,
like that
people,
I've
yeah.
like seen like very like interesting like accessibility like features and stuff in like some games. Where I'm like, oh, that's like such like a random thing and stuff like that, which is nice for me, but like like not most people and stuff like that, or like most games do
Yeah.
not like include like a motion sickness like feature or anything.
Oh my god, done it. That's why I don't play most games.
Oh yeah, it's like it is so annoying talking to like PC motherfuckers who be like, dude, like the Chitodes
It's like
and stuff.
like the other reason how come I don't watch live stream of some people playing games is like literally some of these motion sickness acting let's players. where they,
I
like, spin it
cannot
around
watch
and I'm like,
so
"Oh."
many like YouTubers play. You motherfucker.
Just-
I cannot watch so many people play fucking Splatoon because like they will just be whipping the fucking camera around and like I just like the way that they play and like their camera will be like facing towards the ground and then like everything else is like going on around them and shit. I'm like, how do you play like this? Like it's genuinely nauseating.
It's like crazy because I used to play with mouse and keyboard all the time, and even I'm just like, you know, I was like, maybe it's like me being all back in my day, but I'm like, I don't remember the stuff moving this violently when I was younger, because I've
Maybe
always
it's
had
just because
motion
like games
sickness.
move faster now. Like, you know.
I mean, I don't know, maybe. It's kind of why I tend to argue that it's better to have things at 30 frames per second versus like 60, because like that like to a person who doesn't have motion sickness, that whole extra 30 frames does make a difference. Now, was it worth it? I'm God. But no, like fucking that's always been like the thing where it's just like, you know. and everyone has like different
it's like when
levels of
people were
motion
like
sickness, too.
bitching about fucking like the 1,000 Year Door remake being 30 frames per second instead of 60, and I'm like, I literally do not see the fucking difference, and I do not care. Does it play well? Yes. Like, that's all I give a shit about. Like,
Say they like 60 frames per second are like lying.
oh, like, you
It's
can't
like the
even tell
people
the
who are-
difference half the fucking time. Like, I'm like, you just saw it
the
like
same.
in the fucking thing and was like, oh, I can't believe Nintendo's not keeping up to date with like the fucking technology and shit. Does it need to be run at fucking 30, like 60 frames a second? Because like, genuinely, what the fuck is going on in the game that it like needs to like be run this fast? It's fucking Paper Mario. Like,
I just am a big believer that most people are liars
oh yeah.
when it says that when they're like, oh, I can no, you can't notice the difference. Because like if you genuinely like, it's the same thing as when you take an animation and you speed it up to 60 frames. It looks like garbage.
Oh yeah. Animation especially, it's like,
Yeah, that's just supposed to be 24 frames per second, if not 30 frames per second.
exactly,
depending
but
on
then
the
you have these people
situation.
swearing up and down, being like, nah, 60 FPS was better. It's like the motherfucker who like took Spider-Verse and then sped it up to like for all the characters to be 60 frames a second. And it looked fucking awful, and even people were like, wow, you took away any meaning that like the characters had and like their animation and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
it's like they're all supposed to be like animated at like different FPS and like different styles and shit like that. You just being like
Yeah.
putting them all the same because you want you're swearing up and down about your 60 FPS is like you just like made it garbage now. It feels
Yeah,
so
well, like
nice now.
even most of the games, like I swear to God that companies are just lying about their shit being like 60 frames per second. Because I've always had like even when I would watch my friend play games, I'm like, there's no way that this is actually 60 frames per second, because like, how? Because I'm like, there's no possible way. Because I'll be watching them play the game and I'm like, no, this is not 60 frames per second. I don't care what any of you guys say. Like, is this 30 frames per second? Maybe at the highest 40, depending on the situation.
Yeah, and like they're just saying that it's 60 frames per second, and then they're like, oh yeah, see, look how amazing it runs, and it's like, there's no way it actually is. Like,
It's like, there's no way it actually moves that speed. You're just
No.
gaslighting yourself.
yeah.
There's no way that we spent like most of human history with like that many frames per second, and now out of nowhere you're like, it sucks. It's like, no, it doesn't. Like, you people still like listening to the radio half the time. Like, I just don't believe you guys.
It was like the fucking, like the people, like, cause these are the same people who like bitch about like Nintendo's like, you know, the same people who bitch about Nintendo's hardware and shit, where they're like, oh my god, it's so garbage and stuff like that, like it doesn't run my AAA games at like the speed I want it to and stuff. It's like, yeah, cause the most Nintendo games don't need to be run at like fucking like 4K HD Ultra, like 60 FPS, like fucking.
That's like the other thing that makes me mad. So like, you already have HD, like, as is. The fuck you need 2K and 4K for? You guys can't even see it.
I'm like, it's just like a weird, like, fucking, like, boner that they have where they're just like, it needs to be run at this
Like-
speed, and so, like, otherwise it's shit, and I'm like,
I'm
the fucking frame rate that the game is being played at does not equal, like, how good the game is, like,
like freaking I'm telling you this as an artist who does art. I do not need 4K because literally it looks no different. Like, none of it looks any different to me.
And it's like to the average fucking viewer, it's not gonna look different either. Like
freaking, that was like around the time when I was telling you about like YouTubers changing their cameras, and they're like, yeah, my 4K camera. I'm like, thanks, I can see all your pimples and your pores, and your follicles.
exactly.
Like,
I'm like, why would you want that? Like, it makes no fucking difference.
I don't want to see any of that shit.
And they're like, oh yeah, it just looks so much better now, guys, and stuff. And I'm like, I can still see your reaction in like the shittier version, stuff like that. That's all that matters. I don't need to be seeing like every fucking like porous in your fucking skin. Like,
I don't understand like YouTubers who get this and they're like a Let's Play channel, because I'm just like, your thing is already tiny as it is, and most people are not watching you on a computer, probably on their phone. So like, it really is like a waste of money.
it's like I'm not even staring at you for most of the time anyway and shit. It's like I get like wanting like higher quality shit so it looks more professional and stuff, but it's like it's not that necessary.
It's like, you have to understand that your audience isn't gonna see your high quality shit.
Most of the people like watching you is like, it's not gonna fucking matter to them. It's like the 5 people in your comments who are like, you make it, it's not like up to like fucking the high speed definition and shit like that, and it's like it literally does not matter. Like
Like, literally the only like, YouTuber channels that I can justify you having those high quality things is if you're like those commentary channels where you're like, your face is on there.
and like it's
Or
just
if
your
you're
face.
like a vlog. Yeah, like if it's a vlog or something, I can understand it for that reason. But like anything else, I'm just like, yeah, no, that's completely useless.
Oh, well, that was the wrong way.
And like, you know, that's just me with my loaded opinion. But like, no, I genuinely don't understand like why anyone would need like a high definition camera to like it's one thing to have a HD camera. It's another one to have like a 2K and 4K camera. Like there's no justifiable reasoning unless you're doing something very particular that needs that justifiable reasoning.
Yeah, it's like it very much depends on like what the fuck you're doing, like on YouTube or whatever the fuck you're like recording yourself doing shit like that. It's like be for real. It's like you don't need like
Look,
all that. Like
if you're like a gaming channel or like I mean, even a commentary, like all you ever need is like a really good quality camera.
it's like the gamers always want it because they're the ones who will fucking stick up their ass about like fucking like high quality shit. And, like that's why they want it and stuff.
Gamers, like, you know what's really funny? Like, this is my controversial opinion, but like some gamers think that they're tech nerds and it's so funny. Because they clearly have no idea what they're talking about. And I'm talking about as someone who's like into tech stuff, and I'm like, I'll listen to YouTubers be like, yeah, this spec, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like,
it's like they don't even really know what they're
talking
talking about either, but it's like the fucking losers who are like bitching about them to like get like whatever the fuck don't know what they're talking about either, so it's just like
Yeah. Like I'm a person who wanted to be a roboticist when I was like super young. And like I can tell you with 100% certainty, like I sometimes don't even know half of the things when it comes to computers and stuff. But when I listen to like YouTubers or some shit and they talk about specs, I'm like, what are you talking about? You don't need any of these specs.
I will very much admit I don't know shit about computers or anything like that, like technology, X, Y, and Z and shit like that. That's why it does not fucking matter to me, like how like the game looks and like it's all fucking like almighty gloriness. As long as it runs, I don't care. But it's just like.
Well, yeah, that was like when I was finding you like the computer, like that I got you that I found for you.
Yeah, I just told you to do it. I don't know what the fuck all like these like words mean and shit. Or it's like, yes, runs at fucking this much. I'm like, wow, does it run? That's all I care about. Like.
He's like, does it work? Yeah, like freaking. That's why I get snippy with people who are like, I need this like several multi-$1,000 computer, and I'm like, for what?
It's like, no, you don't. Like, you genuinely don't. Like, it's
that's
just because of the people around them being like, it's not at like the highest quality that it could possibly fucking be, huh? And it's like, it does not matter. Like,
you don't need it that. Like, what are you doing? Like, legitimately, what are you doing?
That's why I get mad at like my friends and shit like that, where they be like spending like fucking thousands on a computer and shit like that, and they're all very casual gamers. And I'm like, you don't need this, like, you're just wasting money, like.
Yeah, some people are just like that, though. They think that they need, like, the newest, like, shiny toy and stuff, and, like, that's always been, like, one of my gripes whenever I run into people who are, like, not even, like, wanting to be gamers or something, but, like, when they think that they know what being a gamer is.
Yeah. It's like they want that
like,
gamer lifestyle of, like,
the...
all, like, the high quality shit, but it's like, you do not need it.
It's like, I need this... You're like, I need the specs and stuff, and it's like, what are the specs? So it's like, well, I need this and this for like you don't need, like, if you're playing indie games that have like no over-the-top high-quality graphics, because like indie game developers know how to make amazing graphics with literally nothing. If you are not playing those kinds of games, you do not need a freaking like 64 RAM and like fucking like 300 graphics cards and all these other, like, you don't need an over-the-top computer.
It's like, it's very based on like what games that you were playing and what you're using the hardware for anyway. Like,
Yeah. It's like, what are you using the software? Are you going to be streaming on it? If so, like, how often? And like, all those things
Exactly.
matter. And
like
then,
how
like,
much storage
on top
you
of
need and
that,
everything like that. But it's like, if you're not doing any of those things, there's no reason for you to be like shelling out like thousands on a fucking computer just for you to like sit there and play fucking Skyrim. Like,
oh, like, it's just, I don't know. It's been like one of my gripes whenever I hear like these young people who want to get into like streaming, and they're like, oh, I need this like $2,000 to $3,000 computer, and I'm like, the only time I've ever justified a purchase like that was when I had gotten like an Apple product.
the
to do
worst
my
part
art
is that
with
they'll spend all this
because-
money on like the hardware and shit like that. Like, I needed to get a computer because I legit did not have a computer beforehand and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Most of these people did have computers beforehand, and like they want like the highest quality shit, and then like go and spend thousands more on like the higher quality shit because they think that's what they need to
Yeah.
like be like a fucking YouTuber streamer and shit like that. It's like, you are spending all this money for like a career you don't even know if this is like is actually gonna work out. Like,
Yeah. And that's just kind of the thing. It's like, it's okay to have like a what I like to call a starter computer, but no, like the reasoning how come I ended up switching to Apple when it came to like my computing stuff had less to do with like games and a lot more to do with quality of life when it came to the things I needed. And like that's always like the hardest thing to explain to a lot of people, like why you may, because like for me, for the longest time in my life, I used Windows, and I love Windows because of how customizable it is, how you can do whatever you want with it and stuff. But like, if there's one thing I hated about Windows, it was how terrible the software was.
it's the fact that it was Windows.
Like, I just don't understand how something as simple as like trying to update your computer can result in your computer deleting itself. It makes no sense to
Quite
me.
literally bricking itself. Like,
Yeah, and that's what happened to me. It bricked itself like during my finals. And like, that was the fastest that like, and you remember the day, I got so mad I slammed the computer into the wall, threw it out, and then bought a Mac right afterwards because I just could not believe.
I remember
That
because I
it
didn't know
was
what you were
this
angry
garbage.
for, and I was just like, no.
Yeah, because I was in the middle of, damn, because I was in the middle of finishing up my finals, and I had like one stupid little issue, which was like my volume button wasn't working. And like, I was just like, I don't understand why my volume button wasn't working, because like I'd be listening to it and it was just stuck to the one volume. I couldn't raise it up or do anything, so I was just like, oh, it probably just needs like a system update. And I go give it a system update just for it to be like, it deleted Windows off of itself. I'm like, how the fuck did you delete Windows? It said update. I updated it.
I was losing my fucking mind when... It's not happening! Get up immediately! I was losing my fucking mind when, Vulture in Chapter 2 came out, because I wanted to play it, like, the same day that it came out. I literally because this is, like, this during online school and stuff like that. I quite literally ignored online school to go play fucking Chapter 2.
Yeah.
And I was like, I needed my fucking computer to, like, fucking... actually, I think it was, like, during the summer or something. Because I had stopped using my computer for, like, quite literally 2 months. Because I never used my laptop, like, I don't need it. Like, I got a phone. And, like, and I only got a laptop for online school and shit like that. So, like, that's what I needed it for. So, like, I stopped using my computer for 2 months, and my laptop had basically locked itself, like, out of me being able to sign into it. And I was losing my mind because I really wanted to play, like, Chapter 2 and shit like that, like, you know, same day. Because, like, when Chapter 1 came out, I, like, got, like, hella spoiled and shit before I even played it, because I was like, oh, you know, Toby Fox made a new game, that's crazy and shit like that. I didn't really care until I saw people playing it, and I was like, wait, this looks like fun. Then I played it like a week later. So when Chattered came about, I was like, I'm gonna play it immediately and shit, just for like my laptop to like basically kill itself. And I was like trying like every which way to like get past the sign-in so I could fucking update the computer. Because if I I kept signing in and it would just keep rebooting me back to the fucking like the home screen pretty much. And I was just looking for like every possible fucking way to like get past the login screen so I could like update it, and I like had to go into like the deep trenches of the fucking computer just so I could fucking update it. And I had to go through like several updates that took like 4 fucking hours because it would update and then it would crash because another update hadn't installed itself yet. And I was just like, oh my god, this is why I hate using computers, like
No, like, and it's crazy because you end up with a lot of like wild stories like this, and I realized that it might be just like a Windows thing, because like there's just something about the software. Like I feel like maybe it's gotten better, but I haven't touched the Windows computer in so long.
It was like 2021, so
yeah, I haven't touched the Windows computer, I think, since I graduated. It's been like 10 years. Because like it was just so, like, I had a mixture, like, in my experience with a lot of like Windows laptops and stuff, so like I'm a heavy workhorse artist. Like when I have a computer, that computer is like literally getting worked to death, which is like terrible when you're working with these like really big softwares that, like, you know, pretty much like take up all of your graphics cards and like
oh my
fuck up
god.
your system and shit.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what was happening with a lot of my laptops, because I when I create art, I make it with the intention of I'm going to maybe make this into a print in the future, so then all my files are super big. And like, which is like one of the biggest no-nos. If you're only ever going to be posting art online, do not make your files super big. But if you are planning to make it into posters, make them really big.
It's just like,
But,
you know,
like,
problem because you just don't know and stuff like that, like what the future holds.
Yeah,
And
you
it's
never
like,
know. Like, you never know how your life's gonna go. Like, there's a lot of like web comic artists out there who like, they made all of their files super tiny because they were posting it online, and then they're like, I want to make a book, and it's like all their files are small as fuck. So if they like resize it, it's gonna get like pixelated.
And then you have like the other issue where it's like then they had to like redraw it basically and stuff like that, but this is years later,
yeah.
so their art style looks completely fucking different now. So it's like, you know,
Like for like my #1 tip for anyone out there who wants to make a webcomic, but you're afraid that like in the future you might want to scale it up or something, just use a program, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but use a program like InDesign or Affinity Designer, I think it was, or Clip Studio's raster layer, and just make it into a vector. If you make your art into a vector, I know it's going to be really hard to learn at first, but it'll save you so much trouble because you can scale it later and it'll keep the quality exactly the same. Like if you're like unsure with what you're going to do with your art, I would highly recommend you learn how to do vector art because it'll be like way better in the long term. And it's more customizable than like, you know, just drawing it normally. But it really depends on your art style and how much patience you have for vector. But you know, like for me, it's like I switched over to Apple because like it served my needs better, and I didn't have like the weird delays and glitches and all the other stupid things that usually happen when I was overworking my Windows computer. So like, it's very easy for a lot of people to be like, well, artists use like Apple and Mac, and it's just like, they don't use it because they want to. They use it because it might be the most efficient thing for them. Because
Most
sometimes
artists are
Windows has too
workaholics.
many. Yeah, most artists are workaholics in different forms and fashions. And sometimes you just want a computer that works, not a computer that gives you like such a headache.
yeah, especially like
That's
it
like-
needing to update like every 5 seconds. If you don't update it immediately, it will kill itself. Like,
Yeah. Like I've had so many situations where Windows had like randomly decided to update in the middle of me working, or like Windows just decides to update and then suddenly like the update made the software no longer work, so then I couldn't access any files, and it had gotten to the point where I was just like, I just cannot work with this computer. And then if the graphics card glitches out, instead of like doing what Mac does, which is like, Mac will like show your program kind of like flipping out on the screen when the graphics card is getting old.
Hell no, the smog here.
But Windows will just Windows will just straight up destroy it. It'll be like, oh, your graphics card stopped working. Time to lock you out of your computer. So it's just that. I do want to try Linux though, because I feel like Linux might be the best of both worlds.
Oh my god, I've been seeing all like the Linux users on the like every social media platform now, just being like Linux is just better and shit. I'm like, y'all the Mac motherfuckers, aren't you? Like, hey.
No, usually Linux people are usually from Windows, and then they transferred over to Linux. Because Linux is supposed to be more user-friendly, and also, like, Windows is also built on Linux, which confuses me, because I'm like, why is Windows so terrible, then?
Yeah, I've been seeing, like, so many people, like, because, like, the whole, like, new version of the PC nerds being like, yeah, my god, Linux is just better if you don't have a Linux, like, and then it was people, like, genuinely being like, oh my god, shut up, just let people fucking use what they want, like it's
oh no, like, completely.
It is so annoying to be dealing with these motherfuckers, like, oh.
I look like a megaphone, not really a flute, but okay. Now, like, freaking... No, I get curious about, like, different things because of the whole, like, you know, having the science brain and wanting to experience science things. But... No, like, I want to assume that Linux is not as bad as Windows, because I would love to have a computer that's customizable, but has, like, the security of Mac with the anonymity of, like, some social things, because I like the idea of, like, you know, my computer feeling like it's mine, sort of thing.
I know our programmer, like, swears up and down about Linux.
Yeah, they do, but I always forget that there's so many flavors when I talk to them about it.
No!
Because, like, the other reason why is, like, because of the whole, like, interest in game development, I want to be able to, like, make games for every platform.
Yeah.
So then it's just like I have to have a taste of every single platform to make sure. Because, like, even though I know the coder knows Linux, that there's a difference between me having to also learn it just in case.
Yeah.
But no, like, that's always been, like, my whole thing about, like, I don't know, my whole thing is, like, it's always good to learn about tech, but it's also good to, like, acknowledge that every tech has something that's bad about it. Like, for example, for the longest time, everyone has known Macs to not be, like, gaming oriented, but then Linux is also in that same game, because, like, you can't really play a lot of games on Linux.
Yeah. Because there's just no games for it, like.
Well, no, because, like, the player base for it is, like, super small.
Yeah.
Like, even smaller than Mac. So it's just kind of like those things. Even though there's, like, you know, there's all these different ways in which you can, like, do the thing that you want to do. Like, you know, the heck is it called? Like, the virtual machines?
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
Like, you can have a virtual machine that can, like, make up Windows and stuff like that, or, like, Linux and stuff like that. Like, I think it's pretty cool that there's, like, so many cool techie things that you can do. But it's always, like, really hard to, like, look into it because you always gotta get through the tech fanboys who are like, one is better than the other, instead of just accepting the fact that everything is a tool and everything is circumstantial.
One's better than the other, and also how dare you just not understand our fucking Lord and Savior? Like, immediately, like... Like, this is why I hate tech nerds.
It's like whenever... I understand being passionate, but you also gotta, like, understand some things are just not for most people.
Exactly, like every time I talk to a PC motherfucker and shit, I'll be like, oh, I don't understand, like, X, Y, and Z and shit like that, because I have not used a computer most of my fucking life.
Yeah.
And...
Well, no, you've seen it with me.
Every fucking time is like, oh my god, how can you not understand X, Y, and Z and shit like that? I don't know, it's almost like I haven't used a computer, like... That
was, like, a thing that the studies were talking about, how, like, a lot of the younger generation don't understand how to use computers because they've been accustomed to their phone.
And it's
easier, like, yeah, of course, like, you're gonna go to whatever's easier. Like, I know how to use a fax machine and a printer and how to, like, do troubleshooting and stuff on a computer. That's why when you were asking me about things, I was like, how do you not know this? And then I remembered, yeah, of course, why would you know it? You've only ever used your phone.
And they don't teach those things at school anymore, like how to use a USB or anything like that, because you know it's not needed anymore. Like,
Oh my god, every single time I think about anyone using a thumb drive, I like age 5,000 years. It's like every once in a while when a kid's like, have you ever heard of a floppy disk? And I'm like, I'm gonna die because of you asking me such things. You can do it. But now, like I don't know. I feel like technology has become like super stressful for most people to learn because like people have made it their whole personality to be way too hostile
like...
or something. That's not that serious.
They make it their entire fucking personality like it's just a thing that like should be common knowledge for fucking everyone and shit. Like I don't go up to like most people and be like, you don't understand the lore of my favorite video game? Kill yourself, you're just stupid. It's like, no, like it's not how this is gonna go down, like. Oh no. No.
I was wondering if you could just stun him by hitting the ground.
I don't think he plays by those rules.
Nope. He's like, I'm a pogo. I just like how hilarious the silhouettes of these guys look.
No.
Oh. Oh, it's right there. You've done it. You've made it. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh my goodness. It's like, oh, you thought this was the easy version. Joke's on you.
Damn it.
Oh my god.
Well, back to 1 health. As God intended.
The 1 HP challenge, let's go! Anyway.
Someone out there.
Yeah, honestly, I would believe it. Bananas. Oh. They're like, you did so good.
I don't feel like it did that good. No, a plug. Oh. Oh.
See, someone out there thinks if we just blow the smog away. He just jumped in there himself, I see.
No, like the game expected me to just jump.
Oh. Donkey, you last Konged.
You've donkeyed your last cog.
You Konged your last donkey. Bananas.
That's fine. Ah, yes, retry. You know, why the fuck not? Like.
Yeah, just to get the puzzle pieces specifically.
Oh god, man. The smug.
Screw getting the Kong levels. Just getting the puzzle pieces. It's its own challenge.
Never play this game again because it's stupid and I hate it.
You donkeyed your last Kong.